Hello, my name is Ned Descharme. I'm an artist in Hume, Missouri. This is my little shack. I got me another studio building right now in Hume, a 100-year-old gas station. I'm turning it into my studio. It's gonna be fun project. But why? I've never done this before. First time this morning. I woke up, got my coffee going. I always turn on the Facebook, look at it, and a friend of mine, his child, Casey is his name, drew a picture of their family. And I'm telling you what, it touched me. It's just a group of lions, a majestic animal. I mean, I'm telling you. First, when I saw this, I knew what they were right off the bat. They were quite comical. Kids do the darndest thing. They say the darndest things. They draw the darndest things. I love that. I get a kick out of that. I got 4 kids of my own, and they keep me on my track. But I saw this, and it was just bringing me back to the days whenever my Uncle Mike showed me how to draw Goofy and Mickey Mouse. And I drew them, and I drew them, and I drew them because I could. I had a great aunt who would go to the News Express in Butler, Missouri, and take all their scraps, and she'd put them all together, separate them all out, and glue the ends of them like a little Post-it note, no sticky on it. But I mean, she'd give me sacks of them, me and my brother and sister, sacks of this paper. And I never wanted for paper. Pencils, I had that from school, so I just drew, and I drew, and I drew, and I drew, and I drew. It was my thing, my therapy. It kept me going. You know what I mean? Kind of got away from it when I got into my high school age. You know, got a girlfriend, then it turned into wives, and I went to the Colorado Institute of Art and didn't fulfill my dream. I'm glad it happened this way. I was able to have my babies, my 4. Wouldn't trade them for anything. Had to make money, make ends meet. Became a laborer. 1290, Kansas City. Ended up, the body isn't 20 anymore. So I went back to my passion and I started painting again. And yes, I don't do this for full-time living, but I do it. And I make up the ends on some handyman work and some cleanup work, and just I tie my own ends up. I take up my slack. But what I wanted to say to y'all was, Casey, excellent job. That was a really cool, the majestic, your family of lions. Pretty badass. You went out on a limb, You showed yourself. You showed your family. You gave them a gift. And I like that. I like that a lot. That's why the reinforcement of an artist at a young age is important. Everybody's lining up. This is good. I'm not saying this is bad. Everybody's lining up to make sure that they play basketball, softball. All of it. It's football, track. I mean, it's the school, education. They're all about it. And I'm not saying they're not about art. They don't, but it's not the same. And it could be. I mean, you could really reinforce this thing that they make in their mind and create things with their hands. Just saying. It's not all about that plan. It's about creating that plan. And I just wish there was more out there in the world. So I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to make that part of my life, to try to reinforce these kids, teenagers, grown-ups. It's stressful out there, I know. But I'm just telling y'all that this art, this creativity, I don't care if it's building a cabinet, if it's cooking dinner for your kids and your husband, or for your wife. Doing like a lot of men are doing that. I am. I'm taking care of the household business. It ain't no punk. That stuff is no punk. It has to be done. And nothing is ahead of anything. Everything has to be copacetic. It has to slowly come out. It has to just, when it's like that, when it gels and everything's cohesive, everybody's happier. I mean, on the most part. But the people, this art therapy, I think if people would just sit down and get a piece of paper, and getting the cruddiest piece of paper, and it doesn't have to be anything. Anything. You don't have to go out and buy art supplies or anything. You could just take a sheet of paper. It's there. Back of an envelope. Pencil, a pen, a Sharpie. That mind of yours put into action with this hand. Or this hand. Both hands. This is what I do. You start out small. It's just like sanding down a cabinet. You start out with 80 grit. You work out till you're down to the finest of fine. Not a scratch on it. You start small. What I do every day, the Ned. I make something. It's the same every time. But it's not. Ned's a little different every day. Life changed him just a little bit. But what I do is write down the Ned. And you're not going to do the Ned. You're going to do the Joe, the Jack, the Patricia, whatever. But you're going to use this mind of yours. And people say, oh, I can't even draw a stick figure. Well, you can draw a stick figure. I know you can. So start with stick figures. And that's what I want to show you. I call it the Ned. And I draw 3 circles. Then I draw 3 half circles. A line and 2 more circles. Mine's got hair. It's the Ned. It's my rock. Art therapy is a real thing. And I'm going to start painting with you guys, I think I'm going to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to go with it. Because I feel there are some folks out there that could benefit from it. And I'm not a teacher by any means. I would never teach. Because I'm not. I just do it. I do it my way. But that's the way Ned rolls. He rolls his way. It works good for me. Somebody don't, if someone doesn't like it, they just don't have to look at it. There are people that it's pretty reinforcing whenever they look at it. So, well, y'all have an awesome Friday. Go Chiefs. Peace.